Hi, my name is Jan Cassidy. I work with Visual Changes Skincare Company. We're going to do a product knowledge class today. I'm going to go over all of the products. Maybe you don't carry them all, but we're going to review them anyways. First, I want to give you a little background information on the Visual Changes line. We are health conscious. We believe in treating the body as a whole, because we know that what you put on your skin will be absorbed into the body, so we use the safest ingredients among natural and synthetic. Now, since this is a corrected line, we have to use some synthetic ingredients or ingredients that are made in the laboratory to get the clinical results that we want and that your clients want. Now, we don't use our natural ingredients in their entirety. We isolate and extract what we want from them to get the concentrated and enhanced effect that we're looking for, so these are high quality ingredients. We don't use colors, dyes, or perfumes. Those are toxins. Many of them are carcinogenic, and they're what most people will be allergic to. We have formulated our products to target the specific cause of a skin condition. There are often a number of different causes for a specific condition, and each person can be suffering from a different cause of that condition, or several causes of that condition, or all of the causes of that condition. So by targeting every cause, you will be able to help a wider range of people than you were more effectively. Now, our products are formulated to correct disorders of the skin, but they are also formulated to work with the skin's natural functions to repair itself, and the body has an amazing ability to repair itself, so we formulate our products to work with the body's natural ability to repair itself. Now, I want to point out that we use probably more antioxidants than any other line. We're definitely, I believe, better at using antioxidants in a skincare line or in our line. We've been doing it since we first put this product line together, since the 1990s. That was one of the foundations of this line, is not only all of the active ingredients in it, but that we used antioxidants and used them correctly to get the most benefits. And very few lines do that. And only recently have lines really started using a lot of antioxidants in their lines, but that's only a few companies, because most companies have bypassed the whole antioxidant thing by going strictly for what they consider to be cutting edge ingredients. We use a lot of active ingredients and antioxidants, and we know how to use them, there are 5 recycling antioxidants, so if you use them in a combination in a certain way, what will happen is when the antioxidants are no longer active, the recycling antioxidants kick in and make them active again. So there's just a whole lot about that, but we're great at the way that we formulate and use our lines. Now, the first category of products that we're going to talk about are our cleansers. Now, in our product profile and procedures manual, the very front of that manual is our table of contents. And I would suggest that when you're looking at this training video that you refer to the table of contents, because that's the order we're going to go in, and you can even make notes on that if you take a copy of that. So the first category of products are the cleansers. And we have 3 different cleansers. We have the retail size right here, and then we actually now have a 1 ounce travel size in the cleanser, so I want to point that out. Now, Getting a good cleanse, getting the pores and the skin clean of grime, debris, oils, and toxins is the most important factor in skincare. Getting a good cleanse is the foundation of all skincare for any skin type or condition. You can't improve on any skin condition without keeping the skin clean of grime and congestion. Now, the Visual Changes cleansers have tons of active ingredients. So instruct clients to massage the cleansers for 1 to 2 minutes to allow active ingredients to penetrate, but to also soften debris for a good cleanse. And note that the cleansers rinse totally residue free. Now, also our cleansers are sulfate free. And what are sulfates? Sulfates are harsh, drying, and overly stripping of natural oils. They are irritants, allergens, and many sulfates are carcinogenics. Sulfates artificially create lather. Sulfates are a cheaper way for companies to mimic the cleansing properties of true soap, and approximately 90% of skincare washes use sulfates. And realize that sulfates are a lot less expensive than using natural soap. So again, our cleansers are sulfate free. Now, our Ultra Gentle Enzyme Cleanser is a natural foaming gel cleanser. It contains natural fruit enzymes to gently digest dead keratin. It is excellent at softening debris in pores for all skin types, including sensitive, post-pill, and acneic skin. And it provides the foundation of a good cleanse before going forward with other products and or treatments. Now, this is a cleanser you would recommend for anyone sensitive to salicylic. This cleanser even works for acne clients. It softens the debris in the pores for, again, that excellent foundation we talked about, so you can move forward with products and treatment. All of our products and this cleanser contains antioxidants, some essential oils, minerals, and amino acids. And again, it's for all skin types, including dry, sensitive, rosacea, and post-pill. And if you have a sensitive acne client, it's going to give that good foundation for them. Now, the next cleanser is our Skin Clearing Cleanser. It is the cleanser where we are going to address all of the causes of acne. We have formulated this cleanser to cleanse and heal inflamed skin that will benefit from gentle exfoliation, mainly acne, acne prone, and even ingrown hairs. Now, this is the cleanser with benzoyl peroxide along with some jojoba beads, lactic acid, and willow bark for gentle exfoliation. It also contains anti-inflammatories, antibacterials, oil controlling properties, and natural antibiotics. Plus, it's oxygenating and also has purifying properties. This is not a drying cleanser because we've added soothing properties, antioxidants, vitamins, and nutrients. Now, our third cleanser is the Purifying and Exfoliating Cleanser. This is a plant-based foaming gel degreasing cleanser. It is best for oily skin. It can also be used on clients that require more lipid cutting before a treatment. It contains 12% acid from a combination of natural acids, mainly glycolic, lactic, and salicylic. It contains antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, amino acids, essential oils, natural botanicals, and fruit extracts. Now the next category of products we're going to talk about are our alpha hydroxy acid products for home care use. These products are exfoliators with natural acids and retinol. They gently exfoliate for a faster cell turnover. They help produce collagen. They firm the skin, which would be strengthening your elastin. And they help to thicken the skin. They provide free radical protection and fight inflammation in the skin. Now, almost all improvements you are trying to make in the skin will be enhanced and happen faster when you are using exfoliating products. And when you're using exfoliating products, they will help the other products be able to penetrate deeper and work better. So the other products that you're using in your skincare regimen will be able to work better. Now, the first ones that I want to talk about is your Skin Resurfacing Cream 12% and your Skin Resurfacing Gel 12%. You will choose the formula best suited for your client's skin type or the goal. Now the cream, of course, is going to be more hydrating, so this is going to target better your normal to dry skin client. And the gel is for normal to oily and acneic skin. Now the gel is excellent for the client with thick oily skin. And for an acne client, this product will do the most to correct and prevent retention hyperkeratosis, which is clogged pores. And when you have a faster cell renewal turnover, especially for acne, when you're getting rid of the damaged, dead cells and replacing it with new, healthier cells more quickly is a great benefit for their condition. Now, for most people that are sensitive to the Skin Resurfacing Cream or Gel 12%, if you need to minimize the sensitivity, then what you could do is you could mix it with our third daily exfoliating product, which is the Lactic Nutrient Cream, because the Lactic Nutrient Cream is half the acid. It's 5% lactic and 1% retinol. So for anybody that has a sensitivity to the higher strength of 12%, you could mix the two and give them a lower percentage. Or you could just put them on the Lactic Nutrient Cream. However, if they're oily and acneic and they're using the gel 12%, and they seem to have a sensitivity to this, you could put a little bit of the lactic nutrient in it to make the sensitivity less, or if you didn't want to use this hydrating of a property for the gel, you could mix it with a little bit of another serum. I would recommend our Advanced Hydrating Serum, and we'll get to that in a little bit, but you could tone this down a little bit for sensitivity. One more thing I want to point out though is for that client that happens to be over 35 and maybe just wants a little bit more anti-aging benefits that this Lactic Nutrient Cream may contain, you still could mix a little bit of this with your gel and maybe give them some more of those anti-aging benefits. But now, the Lactic Nutrient Cream Again, this product contains a 5% lactic, 1% retinol. Lactic occurs naturally in the body. It's also a very hydrating acid. So lactic is hydrating to the skin, so you're going to want to think plumping and firming. Lactic also strengthens capillary walls and helps to maintain normal blood vessels. Retinol is a keratin regulator that helps the skin stay soft and plump. It increases collagen, elastin, DNA, and skin thickness. And this product has additional ingredients to calm inflammation, flushing, and redness, originally made for rosacea, and it is a key product for rosacea and sensitive skin. Dry skin does very well with it, and it's also good for the mature and the menopausal skin. Next, in our home care products, for alpha hydroxy acid products would be our skin resurfacing pads. Now the skin resurfacing pads contain 5% glycolic and 5% lactic. This makes it a straight alpha hydroxy acid product. This pad has more anti-aging benefits than the Glycel pads, so it is a better degreasing pad for the aging skin. We'll talk about the Glycel pads in a moment. But now, other things that the skin resurfacing pad does, being a straight alpha hydroxy acid product, works very well on the condition of pilaris keratosis, which is the bumps on the arms. You rub that down every day, and that will help get rid of those. They remove skin tags. You would rub the skin tags down every day, and a couple weeks to a month, those skin tags are going to dry up and just come off. No irritation, it's not uncomfortable. Something I like to do with these pads is that when I color my hair, if I get any of the dye on my skin, you just wipe it with the skin resurfacing pads along the hairline, and it removes that dye out of the skin. It's really easy, it works well. Makeup artists, they like to, say before a wedding or a special occasion, they'll cleanse the skin, but then they like to wipe the skin down with this. They say it makes for a nice makeup application. They like the way makeup goes on after exfoliating with the pad, so they get a nice outcome with their makeup. Now, our pads contain organic grain alcohol. The reason I mention this is because if we use alcohol in a product, which we may do, especially for products for oily skin, or even in some of our peels, it will always be organic grain. We do not use isopropyl alcohol. Grain alcohol is natural, while isopropyl alcohol has been shown to damage the DNA of cells. And this is just one example of safe skincare in the formulation of our products. Okay. Now, next we're going to talk about our acne products. Now, we have skin clearing gel 5% and skin clearing gel 10%. Now, the percentage refers to the strength of benzoyl peroxide in each product. And benzoyl peroxide helps oxygenate inside the pore, and bacteria in the pores that are associated with acne, they thrive in an environment where there's no oxygen. So benzoyl peroxide is a key treatment to get that oxygen into the pores to kill that bacteria. Now, when you have inflammation of the skin with lesions, pustules, pimples, Again, benzoyl peroxide is the best ingredient to kill that bacteria. Now, we often recommend this product as a spot treatment starting out with 5%. There are 4 grades of acne. You have grade 1, which is very mild and may mainly be like blackheads. You have grade 2, which now you're going to have more pustules and pimples and a little more inflammation. Those clients at grade 1 and grade 2 definitely only need a 5% benzoyl peroxide. Now when you get to grade 3, where now more pustules, pimples, and cysts, and then grade 4 would be your client that would be recommended by a doctor that would want to put them on Accutane. 10% would probably benefit them best. However, you may want to start them out on a 5% because 5% is not irritating. 10% may be for many of your clients, so you would build up their tolerance and then you could put them on the 10%. Another way, if you put them directly on 10%, that you might help them build up a tolerance is use it like a mask. Now you can do this normally with the 5 and the 10%, but if you wanted to build up tolerance, use it like a mask where you put it on for 10 to 20 minutes, then remove it. Another thing is that the 5%, if you have a rosacea client that has acne, this would be the one that we would recommend for them. The 5% is not irritating and they would benefit from it. Another way that you could use these products also is you could use them for ingrown hairs. I would do the 5% if it was somebody with ingrown hairs. After waxing, if you waxed, again, to prevent ingrown hairs and maybe some of the bumps that you get after waxing, to use this product, the 5%, you can do that. You can even use our sulfur sal, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But that would be very beneficial for them after waxing, and then you can retell it to them and they can take it home and they can continue using it for several days afterwards to help with any of the pimple effect for a few days afterwards, or to continue using it every day for a couple of weeks, so that I think about the 10th day is when ingrown hairs or when your hairs want to pop through the skin, and that would work for the ingrown hairs. So anyway, you get the idea, so we'll get beyond that. But now we're going to talk about the sulfur sal gel. Now it contains sulfur to regulate sebum production and to dry blemishes. It contains salicylic acid, which is excellent at clearing pores and exfoliating the skin, and has the ability to exfoliate inside the pore to dissolve the sebum trapped in the pore. It also has zinc, and zinc in this product helps to further absorb oil. Again, we talked about ingrown hairs and waxing the pimples afterwards. You could use this in place of this skin clearing gel, 5%. And you can use this as a spot treatment or all over treatment to clear blemished skin. Now the Glycel pads. We talked about the skin resurfacing pads. Now the Glycel pads are mainly made for acne and even oily skin. It is a 5% glycolic and a 2% salicylic. It is to degrease oily and acneic skin. It's excellent at exfoliating, healing, and drying blemishes. Skin types that are not oily or acneic can use once or twice a week, but your oily acneic clients can probably use them every day. Glycel pads contain many healing and calming ingredients, including lavender essential oil, and we use lavender essential oil in many of our products for multiple benefits, and particularly in normalizing oil production in the skin. The next category that we're going to talk about is our Skin Lightening Cream and our Skin Lightening Serum. Now, you will choose between the two depending on skin type or the need for exfoliation to achieve a faster cell turnover. Now, the Skin Lightening Cream is a cream base, so it will provide more hydration for the normal to dry skin client. However, it does not contain any acids to promote a faster cell turnover. Now, this product will work best if it is being used in conjunction with a daily exfoliating product, which we've already talked about, like the Skin Resurfacing Cream or Gel 12% or even the Lactic Nutrient Cream. Now, the Skin Lightening Cream is also the best option immediately following a peel because it doesn't have acid, and it will put lighteners and inhibitors for hyperpigmentation into the newly exfoliated skin to help lighten or keep any lightening benefits received from the peel while healing. And then also, you'll keep the results of those peels if you continue using the lightening products. You can also mix Skin Lightening Cream with other products. And the products are kind of fun to mix sometimes, but I really like some vitamin C, and we have our Collagen Young Skin Vitamin C Complex Serum and the Skin Lightening Cream. I like to mix those together and apply them, and that can be to my face, neck, décolleté, even the back of my hands and arms. I will do that at different times, not necessarily on a daily basis, but that is a nice cocktail, and I really like that. Now, the Skin Lightening Serum is formulated for oily, acne, or acne-prone skin. Here we go. And this product does contain 7% acid to help it penetrate better, and it will help create a slightly faster cell turnover. And for most clients, it isn't enough acid to create a sensitivity if it's being used in conjunction with another daily acid exfoliator like the Skin Resurfacing Gel 12%. Now, if they do get a sensitivity with the combination of acids, they can stop the Skin Resurfacing Gel 12% for a while, or try mixing the Skin Lightening Cream and serum together and use that still while you use your 12% gel. So a couple of things you can do, but normally the 7% is not enough acid to make a difference even if you're using the stronger daily exfoliators. Now, if you have a client that is a normal to dry skin type and they want to use the Skin Lightening Serum, where normally we would recommend the cream, but they want to use the serum because it has the 7% acid and maybe for a faster cell renewal turnover, or because it does work a little faster, then you have to make sure that you add moisture back into the skin with the appropriate moisturizer and maybe possibly our hyaluronic acid serum called the Advanced Hydrating Serum. Now, our sunscreen, we only make one. It's called the Ultra Protection SPF 30. This is the retail size here, and then it also comes in a 1 ounce travel size. Now, this is a broad spectrum sunscreen. Our main sunscreen in it is 1789 Parasol, or the Parasol 1789, and the reason we chose that is because it's broad spectrum, but also because in test studies it showed that ingredient lasts longer than other sunscreen protection factors or other protection ingredients longer without reapplication. So that's one reason why it is our main sun protection ingredient in it, but there are other sun protection ingredients in it so that you get a broad spectrum sun protection in this product. Now there are a lot of key ingredients in this product that I really like. It really is a nourishing and conditioning product, but I'm just going to mention a couple. One ingredient I like is called beta-glucan, and it is an ingredient we do use throughout our line, but works very well in the sunscreen. It's a good example of how our products help to enhance the body's instinct to protect and heal itself, because this ingredient helps to boost the skin's immune response and its ability to protect itself, particularly from UV damage. It can also absorb 10 times its weight in water and prevents the skin from becoming dehydrated when exposed to sunlight and heat. It also provides a bit of moisture while still being oil-free. So our SPF 30 is light in moisturizing ability but high in hydration, and of course we're talking about the difference between oil as a moisturizer and water as a hydrator. Another ingredient that I like that we use throughout the line but works very well in the sun protection is called fennel seed extract, and that's an ingredient that helps to reduce UV-induced erythema or redness by as much as 65%. And then of course we also use generous amounts of vitamins and nourishing botanicals, and again it really is a conditioning product. Now we have our moisturizers that we want to talk about. Yep. Here they are, the 3 moisturizers right here. Now the Retexture Cream is our lighter moisturizer. It's good for normal skin type, combination, oily, acne, acne prone, rosacea, and sensitive skin. Now the Retexture Cream will normalize oil production. It will calm inflammation. It heals blemishes. It reduces redness and of course free radical protection. It also has ingredients that inhibit the 5-alpha reductase enzyme, which is the enzyme in our body that converts, and people with acne have a higher amount of this enzyme, and that enzyme actually converts testosterone, so that's your hormonal change that occurs with acne, to a stronger form of testosterone called DHT, or dihydrotestosterone. Now I want to point out that all of the products are concentrated, especially the creams. Now because of that, very little product is needed, especially with oily and acneic clients. So even though this is our lightest moisturizer and has ingredients to address acne and oily skin clients, the product is concentrated. So even if they use just a little bit of product and they spread it thinly, if it still seems too concentrated for them, then they need to convert this Retexture Cream to a lotion. And how they can do that is they can mix it with a little water, or they can mix it with our advanced hydrating serum to the desired thinness and then use it. And then that way they have more of a lotion and they'll get the benefits of this product with it being not too much for their skin type. Now the ingredients in all of our products work together. So keep in mind that you can mix different products together, and the products you mix together would depend on the client and your goal. Now remember when we talked about the skin resurfacing cream and gel 12%, we talked about mixing a lactic nutrient cream with them for a sensitive skin client or just for a different effect. However, you have oily skin clients that are over 35 and they want more anti-aging benefits, so mixing different products together to use at bedtime for the goal of more anti-aging benefits is possible. So always keep that in mind, that you can customize and make little cocktails with the products. Now that I mentioned that, though, I want to talk about the Light Recovery Complex, which is our lipid barrier product. It's a great everyday moisturizer. It is also meant to be used after any procedure or treatment that disrupts the epidermal barrier. Now, when we formulated the Light Recovery Complex, we duplicated the lipid layer barrier on the skin exactly. It contains all plant-based sphingolipids, glycolipids, phospholipids, triglycerides, cholesterol, ceramides, waxes, fatty acids, and amino acids. It's good for all skin types, sensitive, rosacea. It's good for post-treatments. Now regarding post-pill treatments, you can use the Light Recovery Complex in place of a hydrocortisone cream or even a post-laser gel. It has an ingredient in it called willow herb, which is a natural alternative to hydrocortisone. And it's like a natural hydrocortisone that would be a 1%. Now you use it normally like you would a hydrocortisone cream, or if you want it to be more occlusive or more of an occlusive effect like our post-laser gel is, then you would apply it thicker. Now our third moisturizer is our Phytonutrient cream. It's our richest cream and is really formulated for the driest skin. It is also a wonderful night cream for anyone who wants maximum hydration and anti-aging benefits at night on the face, or maybe just the neck and décolleté. It has vitamin C ester, which is an oil-soluble vitamin C that penetrates deeper because it passes through the oil-soluble layer of the cell. This product has antioxidants, botanicals, essential oils, essential fatty acids, and besides the vitamin C, it has other oxygenating ingredients like hemp oil. It also stimulates cell production and healing and can continue to reduce transepidermal water loss for several days after application. Now we're going to talk about our masks. Our masks are clinical and have great penetrating abilities. Besides ingredients that penetrate deeply, some of the masks have acids added. Now a client may feel anything from a tingling sensation to a burning sensation, and this is particularly true post-pill. You can minimize this sensation by using a fan on the client while the mask is on. Our masks are water-based. Now you can even mix the masks with each other to create new masks. A great combination is the Skin Soothing Mask and the Purifying and Calming Mask. Both of these masks have sensation on the skin when used alone, but when the masks are combined together, the sensation is milder. Now you get the anti-aging and hydrating benefits of the Skin Soothing Mask and the detoxing and purifying benefits of the Purifying and Calming Mask when you mix them together. Now you can mix the fruit acid mask with either the skin soothing mask or the purifying and calming mask depending on your goal. And you can mix all three together if you wanted, but that just gives you different combinations and even gives you different masks to use. Now you can even mix the mask with about a half a teaspoon of designer depigmenting treatments, which we'll talk about in a little bit. And the mask will neutralize the acid, so if you use a pill and they become uncomfortable, then remove it with, or I should say, if not a pill, but if you use the mask that's been combined with the pill and it becomes uncomfortable, just remove it. But if not, the mask is going to self-neutralize, and just leave it on for the 10 minutes and they're going to get a wonderful results. And this try the combination on yourself first so that you'll see and you'll know more of the proportion of mask with solution. But it is a wonderful result and it's a wonderful treatment. So I would recommend doing that and adding that to your menu of services. Now we're going to actually talk about the mask, and the first one we're going to talk about is going to be the skin soothing mask. And it is a gel mask. It is our anti-aging, firming, and hydrating mask. I would say it does have a strong sensation. Now try using this mask even if you wanted on your eyelids for a firming effect. And so I would try this on myself first, just so you know the sensation and what to expect before you would try it on a client. But I think it gives wonderful results to help firming the eyelid area, especially before maybe a special occasion. Now, our masks are water-based, and the skin soothing mask is a good conductor for ultrasound. It stays wet for a long time. Now use a good amount though if you're going to use it as a conductor. And another benefit of this mask, especially as a conductor, is that it contains aloe vera. Now we do have another gel mask that's called the double enzyme mask, and we'll talk about that in a minute, but I do want to point out that it does not make a good conductor because it thickens up. But again, the skin soothing mask does because it stays wet. Now the next one that I'm going to talk about is the fruit acid mask. Now, the fruit acid mask is a clay mask that is perfect for oily skin clients. It contains 12% acid, so for oily skin that's thicker and needs a mask that will penetrate and exfoliate while it detoxifies the skin, the fruit acid mask is perfect for them. And this mask will also infuse, besides just detoxifying, it will infuse natural minerals, vitamins, antioxidants, anti-inflammatories, and other nutrients and active ingredients into the skin. The next mask that I want to talk about is the purifying and calming mask. It is our mask of choice for treating acne. It purifies the pores of excessive oils and debris while it calms inflammation and reduces redness. This makes it an excellent treatment after extractions. It penetrates deeply and dries and heals blemishes. It contains natural antibiotics, antibacterials, anti-inflammatories. It has generous amounts of vitamins and antioxidants, essential fatty acids to nourish the cells, and much more. This is a clay-based mask, and it will have cooling effects as it dries. I'm done with this, but I want to backtrack to the fruit acid mask because I'm not sure if I stated that it is also a clay-based mask. So the fruit acid mask, 12%, the purifying and calming mask, they are clay-based masks. The skin soothing mask is a gel mask, so that's your anti-aging and hydrating mask. And then our last one is our double enzyme mask. Now, this is one of our best sellers for professional treatments for any skin type or condition. It is the mask you can use to gently exfoliate away dead keratin. And for some sensitive skin types or conditions, it may be the only recommended way to exfoliate. For example, Accutane clients. The Accutane company says no acid for up to a year after using Accutane. So this would be the gentlest exfoliation with enzymes for that client, or for some sensitive clients like rosacea or clients with certain autoimmune disorders. And even for pregnant women that want gentle exfoliation, this would be a very safe mask for them. You can steam on the double enzyme mask. You can use it as a disincrustating treatment and steam on it. You can use it for a great cleanup mask after microdermabrasion. In the beginning of a treatment, you can steam on it for a few minutes, then you can add some of our Derma Scrub microdermabrasion cream to it and manipulate it for more exfoliation. And we'll talk about the Derma Scrub in just a little bit. Now, the exfoliating effects are based on actions of the natural fruit enzymes of papaya and pineapple, which would be papain and bromelain. Now, this is a mask with a gummy texture. So to get that, and it is a gel mask with a gummy texture, so it needs water. You're going to use water. You're going to apply it to wet skin. You're going to use wet hands. You're going to apply a little water to get it to smooth out and be easy to spread and to get to the desired consistency that you want. Now we're going to talk about our serums. And we're going to start off with the Resurrection. And the Resurrection is our anti-aging peptide product. Now, peptides are messengers, so as a group, they do send a message. Even in the medical field, they're using peptides to send messages to tumors. In skincare, we're using peptides to send messages to the dermal matrix level, and that is the level or your support structure where your proteins are formed. Proteins being like your collagen, your elastin, your hyaluronic acid, fibroblasts, and there are other proteins. So peptides have a message to send to the dermal matrix level, and that message is to rebuild. And so as individual peptides can do different things. Some of the individual peptides will actually maybe interfere with your neurotransmitters so that you don't make as deep of facial expressions. That's why sometimes they're referred to as a topical Botox, because it can interfere with the neural or the neurotransmitters, so that you're not making facial expressions as deeply. And then other peptides can actually be fillers, so they'll fill in those areas or those gaps where you're not making those expressions as deeply, and by filling in, they're stimulating and they're rebuilding proteins that actually will do that. So peptides can do different things. They can rebuild. They can prevent breakdown of your different proteins. So the whole point is proteins are your smallest molecule, amino acids next to that. They will chain together many different amino acids, and when you chain enough of them together, you get polypeptides. But regardless if you have just peptides or polypeptides, they make different types of peptides by chaining different links together so they can do different things. The point being is they reach your dermal matrix level to help rebuild your proteins. So in the aging process, your proteins are not producing as fast, and they're probably not producing as healthy. So the peptides are making your proteins produce faster and more healthy. So that you're going to see benefits. You probably will be in your third bottle before you see the benefits that you're really looking for, but you will be seeing different benefits along the way. At some point you will max out in your benefits, but those proteins in your body are still going to be producing more healthy proteins and more rapidly, so that you are still slowing down the normal process of aging within that body. So you're still going to have better looking skin for longer. Peptide products are a commitment, because once you stop using them, you will go back to producing the slower rate of proteins and not as healthy proteins. So it is a commitment, but they do work. Now the Resurrection, I also use as my eye product. I have for a couple of years. I love it. And I use it on my eyelid and all around my eyes. So I think it is also a good alternative to your eye products. Now the next one is our Collagen C Young Skin Complex. I think vitamin C is going to create some of the fastest results that you're going to see in the skin. This vitamin C is water soluble and has 20% vitamin C in it. Getting back to the Resurrection, there is oil soluble vitamin C in the Resurrection also. And now getting back to our Collagen C Young Skin, this is water soluble at 20%. And I don't think you'll find a vitamin C higher than 20%, because even 20% is hard to work with. It creates a lot of oxygen, and if you use the pump, then it's very hard to work with, because it wants to give you, when you pump it, it's created oxygen. It wants to shoot out more product than you may want to use. But the pump, though, keeps it air free, so you're protecting that product from degrading. It protects it longer. Now we do have a dropper, so you have a choice of dispenser. And so if you don't want to deal with trying to control the pumping by using the pump, your client can use the dropper, but by taking that lid off every day, it will degrade the product a little faster. However, most companies that use vitamin C are using pumps. Now, one thing I want to say about vitamin C is essential to stimulating your collagen, and it is pretty much collagen specific. And where a peptide product is all of your proteins specific. So that is some of the main difference, is that when you're using a peptide, you're working on all of your proteins. When you're using a vitamin C, you're working on your collagen. Now, the vitamin C is definitely stimulating your collagen. If you were to use the Resurrection and the collagen C in conjunction, what would happen is you're stimulating the collagen, which when this is rebuilding, you're probably going to get more collagen benefits to where the peptide can actually work faster and quicker because the vitamin C is stimulating that protein. But it is collagen specific, where the peptide product is specific to all of the proteins. Now, one thing clients do, that because with the vitamin C, to keep it longer, is what you need to understand. One reason why the vitamin C works so well in the skin is because as human beings, we survive on oxygen. If we don't have oxygen, we don't live, or if our oxygen supply is limited, we're not healthy. So vitamin C creates oxygen, and which means it also oxygenates all of the cells. So your cells will, in the skin, will produce and be healthier. And again, that's why you get some of the quickest results with using vitamin C. Now, some of my clients will take the vitamin C bottle when they get it, and they'll pour half of its container in, or they'll pour half of its contents into another container, put the lid back on, and the half they're not using they'll put in the refrigerator so that it keeps that part of the product fresh, and then they'll use half the bottle, and then they'll go get the other half out of the refrigerator, so that makes the products really work effectively for them at a higher effective rate over the whole period of the bottle, especially if you're using the dropper and taking it off every day. Because vitamin C does oxygenate, so that is something to keep in mind. Now, the next product we're going to talk about is the Advanced Calming Serum, and really that's a key product for rosacea. It has all of the ingredients that we want to calm redness, and it addresses the issues of rosacea. Now, for instance, one of the theories about rosacea is that the skin mite that lives on our skin has become overactive in a rosacea client. And that the reason that it's become overactive is because of a vitamin B deficiency. And that, yes, as we get older, our vitamin B is one of the vitamins that does decline. So if you did have a vitamin B deficiency, one way with rosacea to help the rosacea is, instead of oral, which if you have a vitamin B deficiency, you should be taking oral vitamin B, I would think, but is a topical ingredients. And so our Advanced Calming Serum has all of the different vitamin Bs in it. So you have your panthenol, B12, you have your complex Bs, you have your bioflavonoids. And so we have that combination of vitamin B to address that issue. Then we have other ingredients. For instance, we have our vitamin Ps. I think that's riboflavonoids, unless I've gotten that mixed up with the bioflavonoids. But anyway, vitamin P along with ginkgo biloba and some other ingredients that strengthen the vascular capillary walls. It's got ingredients like arnica and red raspberry, different ingredients that is going to also still help with the flushing, but very calming and soothing effects. And not only is this product key for rosacea, but any type of redness, it benefits It's very healing to sunburns, any kind of chapped skin, or even dermatitis contact or contact dermatitis. It's very beneficial for that. So always keep it in mind. I think it's a good product not only to be using if you have rosacea, but I like to keep it around for different conditions or different circumstances that arise. So it's a wonderful product. The next one is our advanced hydrating serum, and that is our hyaluronic acid product. It is a high amount of your glycosaminoglycan, which is the most natural form of hyaluronic acid that we can get or make, and it works very well. So this product would be for all skin types. Anybody that needs additional hydration. Now most of us are dehydrated. And even for a client that maybe they have acne and they're on acne products, and those acne products are drying out their skin, they can use this, and that's going to help tremendously with the dryness of their skin, or the dryness of anybody's skin for any condition or reason. And this is also a good product to mix with other products. I had talked about that a little bit, but for instance, again, for an oily skin client or an acneic skin client on our Retexture moisturizer, if they need to make this more of a lotion, this would be a good product to mix that with. So you could mix this in some of the products. You could put a couple of pumps of this, or even a couple of pumps of the advanced calming serum in any of our masks. So there is a lot of ways to use this. Now, some new information that I just found out recently that I find interesting about the advanced, or about hyaluronic acid, is that it should always be applied with water, because of the way that it binds to the water. Don't understand exactly, but that when you apply it with water, it is binding to that moisture and it's putting it in the skin and it's maintaining it in the skin. However, if you apply it on dry skin, it could have the actual opposite effect, that it could actually pull the moisture from the skin and possibly make the skin dry. Now, I found that very interesting, but I'm mentioning it because I think that this should be a product, after reading it, that should be applied to wet skin, even with wet hands, or depending on how dry of a skin condition you have, you might even want to put a little water in your palm of your hand and squirt it in and mix it, and then apply it to wet skin to make sure that you're getting the moisture that would allow it to really do in the skin what it's supposed to do. Okay, now the next two products that we have left are our eye products. Now, I want to point out, again, don't forget that the Resurrection Peptide product can be used as an eye product. And another way of selling, if you can't get your client they think the Resurrection is too expensive, then maybe what you could do the next time is say, why don't you buy this as your eye product next time, and then you can use it all over and see how that works. And maybe they'll switch from one to the other and then get the full benefits of this. Might be one way to get them on the peptide product if you really feel they would benefit from being on a peptide product. So that's a thought. But now getting to the eye products, the first one is going to be the Eye Youth. And the Eye Youth is more of a gel. And all skin types can use it. Unless they're extremely dry, then they might need our other eye product. But if not, they can use this. I want to point out, I hadn't pointed out that this container, and then the containers that look like this. These are airless containers. They don't have a tube. You're pumping and you're using all the product up because it's sucking it up from the bottom, so you'll use every drop. And one great thing about these containers is that it keeps the product sterile, so no bacteria gets in. But getting back to the eye youth, this is the eye product that will address puffiness and dark circles, and then of course fine lines and wrinkles, like all eye products are supposed to do. Now, one thing that's a little bit different about this eye product is that we exfoliate everything on our face, but you never find any products with a mild exfoliation in it. And this product does have a very mild exfoliation in it. Has a little bit of salicylic. It will not over exfoliate the eye, but it's going to keep it a little exfoliated so that it not only helps any products that you put on near that area absorb better, but it's going to help your eye product absorb better too. Now, if you have a client that is salicylic sensitive, then don't use this product. Or if they just happen to be sensitive to the product, then our next eye product is our Botanical Eye Cream. And our Botanical Eye Cream is not going to address puffiness or dark circles, but it's going to address maximum hydration for the eye area. And all skin types can use it. And your client that has very dry skin, especially around the eyes, will love this product. And this is a wonderful lip treatment too. Now, one thing about this product, however, so I have many clients that will use both, because this product is not going to migrate to the eye, but the Botanical Eye Cream, if you use it on top of your eye or eyelid area, will migrate down into your eye before the day is over. So, at nighttime, that doesn't matter. You can use it all over your eye because you're going to be sleepy. That won't matter. You'll wash it off the next day. But if you're going to use this the next morning, then you're going to apply it underneath the eye, maybe the top of the cheekbones, and the crow's feet area, but you're not going to apply it on top of the eye. Or just use this one at night, and if you want a second eye product, you can use the Eye Youth in the daytime, or if you're on the peptide product, you could use this as your eye product, or you could use it as your eye product in the day and your Botanical at night. Now we're going to talk about our professional solutions. We have two categories of professional solutions. The first category are the designer depigmenting treatments. The second category, or actually, well, I'll call it category for right now, are our designer pills. Now, I hope I haven't confused you with the word category, because within our designer pills, there are actually 3 categories. So, our designer depigmenting treatments, the first row here, are skin lightening treatments that are safe for all Fitzpatrick types, and when used in a single layer as directed, they produce no downtime. They contain lighteners in a milder acid base than our designer pills. So again, this first row is our designer depigmenting treatments, and they are our mildest professional solutions. They're in a mild acid base, with lighteners, and they're in a mild acid base, and these designer depigmenting solutions do self-neutralize. So the acid base within them is mild, and it will pull the lighteners into the skin, and we made them in a mild acid base, so not only can you use them by themselves for beneficial results, but so that you can use them in conjunction with other peels, so that when you're done with the peel, you can actually come back and top it with a depigmenting treatment and make it now a lightening treatment. So this is a category all by itself. So again, I'm just going to go over and just re-emphasize that there are mildest group of professional solutions, and all the designer depigmenting treatments are self-neutralizing for leave-on treatments as desired. We recommend single layer treatments as opposed to layering these for depth. If a deeper treatment is desired, we suggest acquiring depth with our designer peels and topping with a final layer of the appropriate designer depigmenting treatment for the particular skin type or condition being treated. Now, you see 5 bottles here for the designer depigmenting treatments. The first 2 are really not the treatments themselves, they're actually the degreasers. But even in the degreasers, we have added lighteners so that you can get lightening benefits from the very beginning of your treatment. And our degreasers are to cut lipids. So if you need to cut lipids before a treatment of any kind, the benefit, or one of the benefits you're going to get in our degreasers, is lightening ingredients, lightening properties. And in these degreasers, they also have a mild acid base to cut lipids, and acids will pull these lighteners down into the skin. So that's a definite benefit for our degreasing products here. Now, our first original one is the Pigment Prep. It is a stronger degreaser. It has a stronger smell. If you have clients that don't need as strong of a degreasing agent, or they don't like the smell, or you don't like the smell, or you just don't want as strong of a degreasing product, we made our Pigment Prep 2, which is good even for dry skin. If you were going to degrease dry skin, sometimes there's no need to do that because dry skin already doesn't have lipids. Or for your sensitive skin, and there's really not much of a scent. So this is a milder degreasing product. Now, if you wanted to use this on somebody that really needs to have a lot of lipids cut, you still could use this product. It's just that it's going to take more than wiping the skin down once. You might have to wipe the skin down 2 or 3 times. But these are our degreasing products to cut lipids. Then the actual treatments, there are 3. There's the Clear and Fade, the Pigment Punch, and the Fade and Firm. The Clear and Fade was made for sensitive skin, so it's even good for rosacea. It would be our very mildest treatment, professional treatment. Again, you could use this on rosacea, or maybe a young client that has acne, and so you want to be careful because these are, the acids in this is a combination of lactic and salicylic, a little glycolic, and then all of your lighteners. Um, but it is our gentlest one. And actually, any skin type would benefit from this. So it doesn't matter what their skin type is, they benefit from it, and it was made for the sensitive skin. The next one is our Pigment Punch, which is the lightening product that we made specifically for acne skin or oily skin. So it has additional benefits in it to help heal and treat acne, and to help cut some oil and control oil. So this is the one we picked for our acne prone, or even oily skin clients. Now this one is our strongest. It's the Fade and Firm. Now this one we added an acid in it to be for the more mature, environmentally damaged skin type. So anybody that would benefit from the acid TCA or trichloroacetic acid for that aging benefit, this is the one that we added that acid in the acid base of this product. So this is the Fade and Firm. Okay, now these are our designer depigmenting treatments. Now, our designer pills, they have maximum acids in them that a professional is that a professional can have. Maximum acids that a professional can have. These are not medical grade pills, so they're not medical grade strength acids, but they are the maximum strength for professional usage. And that category is called our designer pills. And designer pills is our registered trademark. So if you're seeing that name being used somewhere else, which we catch that every now and then, and when we do, we notify them, that is our registered trademark. We've had that since the 1990s. So we've been doing pills for a long time, and again, we do professional strength. But now we're talking, we do medical grade strength, but now we're talking about our professional strength. Now, for training purposes, we categorize our pills into 4 different categories. Now you're seeing 3 here. Here's category 1, here's category 2, here's category 3. The 4th category is medical grade pills, so we're not even addressing that here today. Now we refer to the treatments as a skin renewal. So here would be your skin renewal 1s, here's your skin renewal 2s, and your skin renewal 3s. And each skin renewal corresponds to the same category of pills. So a skin renewal 1 treatment refers to a category 1 pill. A skin renewal 2 treatment refers to a category 2 pill. Skin renewal 3 treatment refers to a category 3 pill, and so on. Now the first thing you want to do is decide which layer of the skin you want to work in, and that determines your category of pill and what protocol you'll follow. So for instance, category 1 pills are mainly straight alpha hydroxy acids, and they do not self-neutralize. So when you're going to do a category 1 pill, that means you want to only work in the stratum corneum, because any pill that does not self-neutralize, you never want to go beyond the stratum corneum. You always want to just work in the stratum corneum. There are reasons for that, and if you want to know or have more in-depth knowledge about that, then please call, and I'd be happy to talk to you about that. But Category 1 pills are straight alpha hydroxy acids. They don't self-neutralize. There are 5 pills in this category. And truthfully, 4 pills are straight alpha hydroxy acid. If you're only going to work in a category 1, we did have to make you a pill that had some salicylic in it. So that does not make it anymore. That one pill, the skin renewal complex, is a combination, but the way it's formulated, it still needs to be treated like all the category 1 pills. Okay? So, Skin Renewal 1. You're only working in the stratum corneum. By medical terminology, that's considered light exfoliation. The protocols for these pills would be that you remove when indicated. And most of the indication is when you start to see reddening in the skin. When you start to see pink, pink is good, it's time to remove. Because red means you've gone beyond, you've gotten through the dead keratin and you're going further. And these pills are not meant to go beyond the stratum corneum. So you remove them, you have to self-neutralize them when indicated. And you do not leave them on the skin, even if there's no indications, for more than 10 minutes. And because they don't self-neutralize, you have to neutralize them and remove them. Okay. Now, category 2. These are pills where you want to be a little more progressive. They self-neutralize. So with one single layer, you're going to be a little bit stronger than you would be with a category 1 pill. But because they self-neutralize, you can progress. So if you need more depth, they can be layered. So basically, when you put one layer on, if you were to layer it, you know that about the 3rd minute, it's not going for depth anymore. It is backed off. So it's leveling out. And you know that it's totally neutralized by the 5th minute. Which means that if your client didn't have any indications, and they didn't feel anything and you're not seeing any color, you're perfectly safe. If your client wants more exfoliation and they're okay with not having their best appearance immediately, that's when you use a category 2, is when you want to be more progressive and they want to see some more sloughing or flaking in the skin. Then you actually could put another layer on and you watch the skin again, and if nothing that indicates that you should remove it occurs by the 3rd minute, then you know it's backing off and starting to level out. And you could continue that process up to 8 layers. If you need more questions on that, you can ask. But category 2 is meant just to be more progressive. If you layered it enough, you could get a downtime pill, but that's not necessarily the goal of it. Whereas category 3 is your professional strength pills, where we have a protocol in the manual. That's called our Skin Renewal 3 protocol. It is a downtime pill. It's a pill, if you follow the protocol and the training, to where you'll get a light frost to where you still see the red and inflammation behind it, which lets you know that you've reached the basal layer and you've not gone into the dermis. And as professionals, you can, if you choose, you can do a downtime pill to where you just separate the epidermis from the dermis. And if you were going to do a downtime pill, we would recommend that you use a category 3 because there would be less layering versus a category 2. But if you've got questions on that, you can ask us. You could actually make category 2s also give you more exfoliation. So that pretty much covers it. So here's your category 1. It does not self-neutralize, so you can never layer them. It's one layer and remove when indicated, and then you would neutralize it off because you have to remove it. And in that category you have your Skin Renewal Complex, which is the one we recommend for acne. And actually any skin type would benefit because it's got lactic and salicylic. So lactic will balance hydration and give anybody benefits, and salicylic, even though it's going to treat acne, it's going to also give a good pore exfoliation, and almost anybody can benefit from that. The next one in strength in that category is our 30% lactic acid. The next ones are 30% glycolic. The next one is our honey exfoliator, 20%. And then the last and the strongest is our all natural 30% AHA complex. This is a straight alpha hydroxy acid, but it's a combination of alpha hydroxy acids. So you've got lactic, glycolic, and citric in this. Okay. Category 2, they self-neutralize. And the first one is the Fade and Firm Plus. That's the mildest. Then the TCA, AHA, BHA exfoliator, we call it TAB. The next one is the Modified Jesner's Antioxidant Solution. This is good for any skin type because of the combination of acids in it. It's an anti-aging pill, but it also benefits an acneic client. Then we have our Herbal Exfoliator, which is our straight 20% salicylic, definitely for acne. Then our TCA Herbal, which is a combination of some TCA with a 20% salicylic. This would be good for post-acneic clients, maybe even combination skin. You could probably get a downtime pill with this one fairly easy. But yes, it's the anti-aging acid of TCA, and then it's the salicylic acid to really help clean out any congested pores or just really clean out the pores. And then here's our category 3, which is our True Jesner's, our Jesner's Plus antioxidant solution, and then our TCA glycolic, which is a very hot pill. When using these, you determine the depth of the skin you want to go in. So again, category 1 is stratum corneum only. Category 2 is going a bit deeper to the stratum glandulosum. And category 3, when following the protocols, is the basal layer. So in our manual, section 6 is our protocols. So you determine which depth of the skin you want to go in, and that will let you know which designer peel category you're going to choose. So when you go to the manual, you will pull a protocol, either for Skin Renewal 1, if you're going to do stratum corneum, Skin Renewal 2, if you're going to go a little bit deeper, and the Skin Renewal 3, if you want a downtime. So when you go to the protocol, you find the Skin Renewal. If it's a Skin Renewal 1, then you're going to find the category 1 peel, because only category 1s go with Skin Renewal 1 protocols. Only category 2 peels go with Skin Renewal 2 protocols, and so on. And I think that does it. I want to make one last comment that designer depigmenting treatments self-neutralize and can be layered. Skin Renewal 2s self-neutralize and can be layered. Skin Renewal 3s self-neutralize and can be layered. And if they self-neutralize, if you choose, you can leave them on the skin once they've self-neutralized. However, out of all these categories, only category 1 does not self-neutralize, cannot be layered. It's just one even coat, and you remove it when indicated, and you remove it with neutralizer. This concludes our presentation. Thank you, and have a blessed day.